Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 7, Z Flip 7, and the highly anticipated budget-friendly Z Flip FE are inching closer to launch, and according to fresh reports from Korean media, the production plans for all three foldables suggest that a massive announcement could happen as early as July, setting the stage for a triple threat of innovation and form factor evolution in the smartphone industry. And while these aren't the most mysterious devices Samsung has ever released, they're still keeping tech. Insiders guessing about key details like release timing, processor choices, and pricing strategies, with rumors swirling about whether all three models will be unveiled at the same time or staggered throughout the second half of the year. And while there's no official confirmation yet, new information points toward a joint production kickoff next month, strongly hinting at a summer unpacked event. Now, when it comes to production numbers, things get even more intriguing because Samsung appears to be taking a calculated risk by initiating production of only 160,000 units for the Galaxy Z Fold 7 in Q2, while the Z Flip FE Edge is slightly ahead with 170,000 units, suggesting that Samsung sees real sales potential in this budget foldable experiment. But the mainline Z Flip 7 takes the crown with an initial production target of 240,000 units, showing Samsung's confidence in its flagship clamshell model. And even though these figures might seem low, remember, Q2 ends in June and the Unpacked event is expected no earlier than July. So these initial runs likely just represent a soft launch ramp-up to test demand, and depending on how consumers respond, especially to the new Flip FE, Samsung could scale up or down accordingly. In fact, if the Flip FE strikes the perfect balance between price, specs, and design, it might just outsell the Z Fold 7 in the long run, giving Samsung the feedback it needs to reshape its foldable lineup going forward. And speaking of design, a vibrant coral red colorway is reportedly in the works for either the Z Flip 7 or the Flip FE, a bold move that could grab attention and set apart from the usual foldable palette, especially considering how rare flashy colors are in Samsung's premium foldables. While the Z Fold 7 is expected to launch in 4 colors, none have been named yet, adding to the mystery. But beyond design, the real tension is building around processor choices, with a rumor mill reigniting debate about Samsung's in-house Exynos chips, particularly the Exynos 2500, which was initially rumored to debut in the Galaxy S25 series, then faded from the foldable conversation. And now it's back, with some sources suggesting the Z Flip 7 might actually launch with a new 3nm-based Exynos 2500, while more affordable Z Flip FE could be powered by the older Exynos 2400E. And if true, this would mark a major comeback for Samsung's chip division, possibly paving the way for an even more advanced, energy-efficient 2nm Exynos 2600 processor in the Galaxy S26 lineup next year. And this potential move by Samsung is strategic, as it allows them to test the waters with Exynos and foldables, while keeping Snapdragon options available in other markets, with Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 or the more advanced Snapdragon 8 Elite expected to power the US variants of the Z Fold 7, giving performance purists a premium option, but also signaling that Samsung might be preparing to rely less on Qualcomm moving forward. And that's not all. The Z Flip FE, being the first fan edition foldable, could be Samsung's Trojan horse to introduce more users to foldables at a lower price point, providing a stripped-down but stylish and capable experience that appeals to younger audiences and mainstream buyers who previously found foldables too expensive, and with a rumored price tag well below its premium siblings. Paired with modest but efficient specs, the Flip FE might carve out a new category entirely: budget foldables with flagship design. Cues, and considering Samsung's past success with fan edition phones like the Galaxy S20 FE, it's easy to see why they're betting on this formula again. Meanwhile, the Z Fold 7 is expected to push refinement over reinvention, with a slimmer hinge, lighter build, improved durability, and upgraded software optimizations in One UI 8 based on Android 16, giving multitaskers and productivity users exactly what they've been asking for, without drastically changing the DNA of the Fold series. And while pricing remains uncertain, the ongoing global economic challenges and potential tariff shifts, especially in the US, might push the Fold 7's price north of $2,000 unless Samsung absorbs some of the added costs, which is a big ask even for loyal customers. But what's clear is that Samsung is carefully orchestrating its next foldable phase, testing different processors, price points, and design strategies across 3 devices to cover every type of user, from budget-conscious tech lovers to power-hungry pros. And as we wait for the official announcement, one thing is certain. The Galaxy Z Fold 7, Z Flip 7, and Z Flip FE will define Samsung's foldable direction for the years to come and could set the benchmark for what other brands like Google, OnePlus, and even Apple will be chasing soon, especially with Apple's rumored foldables expected to drop in 2027. So if you're excited for what's next in mobile tech, foldable innovation, and the future of smartphones, be sure to stay tuned, because we'll be covering every leak, detail, and reveal right here on TechVerse, your destination for everything cutting edge in the world of consumer tech.